Picture this, you marry a broke artist, paint-stained hands, big dreams, the whole starving vibe, and you're all in, scraping by together. Then, wham, you find out he's not who he says he is, he's loaded, a secret billionaire hiding behind the easel. Sounds like a movie, right? But what if it's your life, and the love you built feels like a lie? She's been there, heartbroken, furious, yet hooked on the guy she thought she knew. Stick around to see how she unravels his secret identity and decides if love can outlast the deception. You're gonna want to know how this ends. She met him on a rainy afternoon, his paint-stained hands clutching a canvas under a leaky awning. Shock hit her soft, she didn't expect to fall for a guy like that, all messy hair and dreams bigger than his wallet. He grinned, talking about colors like they were alive, and she was hooked, believing in his talent before he even sold a stroke. Noah Green, he said his name was, shy but bright-eyed, and you won't believe how fast her heart signed up for the ride. What happens next? Oh, it's a love beyond status that starts simple but grows wild. No one expected a spark this pure to ignite in the drizzle. He wasn't the type to flash cash, just passion, pure and raw, spilling onto every sketch. She saw the artist's true face in those quiet moments, not a secret identity, just a guy chasing a vision. They'd sit in his cramped apartment, her stirring soup while he rambled about light and shadow. She didn't care they were broke. It's a lesson worth pocketing, love doesn't need a fat bank account to bloom. Ever met someone who made you feel rich with nothing? That's where she was, falling for an illusion of struggle that felt so real. They'd wander the city, her pointing out street art, him sketching it quick on napkins, riches hidden in plain sight, she thought. She believed in him, in the unexpected billionaire he could be if the world caught on. Ava Kim, her friend from work, once laughed, "You're betting on a long shot," but she shrugged, "Love's a gamble, right?" From rags to riches wasn't the goal, it was the journey with him. You felt that thrill, haven't you, backing someone's dream like it's your own? His brushes danced late into the night, and she'd doze off to the scrape of paint on canvas, a secret worth millions brewing, though she didn't know it yet. She saw the hunger in his eyes, not for food but for creation, and it pulled her deeper. No one expected a struggling artist to steal her heart this easy, but there it was, passion, deception, and truth tangled in every stroke. It's like finding a diamond in the rough, you don't see the shine till later. She didn't mind the rough part, not then. Money was tight, but they'd laugh over burnt toast, plotting a future where his art hung in galleries. The truth behind the canvas was her faith in him. She didn't need proof, just his fire. Ever poured your soul into someone else's dream? That's her, cheering from the sidelines, blind to the artist's double life lurking beneath. A marriage built on lies? Nah, not yet, just a love that defied fortune, pure as paint on a fresh sheet. She'd tease him, "You're gonna be famous," and he'd blush, mumbling about, "one day." Hidden fortune. She didn't suspect a thing, just saw a guy with big ideas and bigger heart. Noah's quiet, "Thanks for believing," stuck with her, a whisper of what happens next she couldn't hear yet. It's a funny thing, sometimes you're so close to a secret identity, you miss it entirely. Ever been blindsided by someone you thought you knew? By dusk, they'd curl up under a threadbare blanket, dreaming loud, her of his success, him of, well, she wasn't sure. The artist's true face shone in those moments, or so she thought, and she'd bet everything on it. From rags to riches felt like a fairy tale, but she was living it, step by scrappy step. A love born in simplicity doesn't ask for much, just trust, time, and a little grit. And just when she thought they'd nailed humble, life started stitching a bigger story. Their wedding was small, think mismatched chairs and a cake she baked herself, but oh, the joy was huge. No one expected a struggling artist and a dreamer to tie the knot with just $20 between them, but shock, they did. Noah Green slipped a thrift store ring on her finger, grinning like he'd won the world, and she laughed through tears. You won't believe how a love beyond status can turn crumbs into a feast. What happens next? A hidden fortune's brewing, but they're too busy building to notice. They moved into a shoebox apartment, peeling paint, leaky faucet, the works, but it felt like home. She'd juggle 2 jobs while he painted, chasing the artist's true face she swore she saw in every stroke. Ava Kim dropped by once, joking, "You're married to a mystery," and they'd giggle over cheap wine. The lesson? From rags to riches starts with grit, not gold. Ever built something out of nothing with someone? That's their magic, raw and real. Bills piled up, but they'd dance in the kitchen to a crackly radio, dodging the stress. Passion, deception, and truth hid in the corners. She didn't see it, just him, sketching dreams on scrap paper. They'd dream of galleries, not guessing riches hidden in plain sight were closer than they thought. It's like planting a seed in rocky soil, you don't see the bloom till it breaks through. She loved the struggle, blind to the secret identity simmering. Nights were cold, but they'd huddle under a patched quilt, plotting a future. A secret worth millions ticked beneath his quiet, "I'll make it," but she heard only promise, not a lie. Noah's hands, rough from paint thinner, held hers tight, proof a marriage built on lies wasn't their story, not yet. Ever bet on love over logic? That's her, pouring faith into a canvas she couldn't read. It's the little wins that keep you going, right? They'd laugh at late notices, saying, "We've got each other," and mean it. The truth behind the canvas stayed buried. She saw an unexpected billionaire in the making, not the one already there. Ava's "You're crazy" rang in her ears, but crazy felt right when he smiled. From rags to riches wasn't the point, it was the life they stitched together. Sometimes, love defies fortune by just showing up. He'd paint till dawn, her dozing on a lumpy couch, dreaming of his big break. A love that defied fortune held them tight, no cash, just trust, and a spark no hardship could snuff. Noah's "We'll get there" wasn't hollow, but it carried weight she didn't catch. You've been there, haven't you, riding hope when the tank's empty? The artist's double life waited, quiet, as their humble start built something stronger. By morning, they'd sip weak coffee, planning a life bigger than their means. Riches hidden in plain sight weren't on her radar, just him, her artist, her home. What happens next sneaks up slow, she's too busy loving his passion to peek behind it. A secret identity looms, but for now, it's just them against the world. And that's when his art started catching eyes. His passion lit up their tiny place, brushes flying, colors bleeding into dawn. She'd watch, mesmerized, believing the artist's true face shone in every wild stroke. Shock, it was pure fire. Noah Green painted like the world depended on it, and she cheered, blind to the secret identity tucked in his soul. You won't believe how deep that fire burned, hiding a hidden fortune. What happens next? Oh, it's a slow unraveling she doesn't see coming. She'd haul canvases to art fairs, sweat and smiles, betting on his unexpected billionaire potential. "You're gonna make it," she'd say, and he'd nod, eyes flickering, passion, deception, and truth in one glance. Ava Kim once quipped, "He's obsessed," but she saw genius, not a lie. The lesson here? Love beyond status can blind you to the bigger picture. Ever backed someone so hard you missed the cracks? He'd talk art like it was oxygen, Gauguin's madness, Monet's calm, and she'd soak it up, dreaming of riches hidden in plain sight. A marriage built on lies? Not her take, just a guy chasing beauty, her by his side. She didn't guess a secret worth millions hummed beneath his rants. It's like cheering a marathon runner, not knowing they've already won. That's her, all in, no questions. Nights blurred as he painted, her fetching coffee, playing muse without knowing it. The truth behind the canvas stayed locked, his drive wasn't just hunger, but something heavier. Noah's "For us" felt true, but a love that defied fortune hid shadows she couldn't touch. Ever poured your heart into a dream that's already real? She did, every day, missing the artist's double life by inches. She'd frame his sketches, cheap wood and pride, picturing galleries someday. From rags to riches felt close, but she didn't see the shortcut he'd already taken. He'd mutter about making it big, and she'd nod, faith her fuel, not suspicion. A tip: when you're all in, double-check the stakes, sometimes they're higher than you think. She didn't, not yet. He'd splash paint like a storm, her laughing at the mess, pure joy in the chaos. A secret identity didn't cross her mind, just her Noah, the dreamer, her unexpected billionaire in waiting. Ava's "he's intense" stuck, but she shrugged. Intensity builds empires, right? You felt that rush, backing a passion so fierce it blinds you. That's her, lost in his art. By daylight, she'd tidy brushes while he crashed, exhausted but glowing. The artist's true face, she thought, was this, raw, relentless, hers. What happens next creeps in quiet, mysterious buyers start sniffing around, and she's none the wiser. A love beyond status holds her steady, but the ground's about to shift. Something's brewing, and it's not just paint. One day, a check landed, big, unsigned, no note, and shock rattled their tiny world. His paintings, once stacked in corners, were selling to mysterious buyers, and you won't believe how fast it snowballed. Noah Green brushed it off, just luck, but she beamed, her artist's true face hitting the spotlight. No one expected this from rags to riches leap so soon. What happens next? A hidden fortune's peeking out, and she's still clueless. She'd tease, "Who's buying these?" Half joking, half proud, while cash piled up. Passion, deception, and truth simmered in his vague, "Some folks like art," and she bought it, hook and line. Ava Kim raised an eyebrow, "That's weird money," but she shrugged, "Success, right?" A lesson slips in: when things look too good, peek closer. Ever seen a win feel off but cheered anyway? That's her now. Checks kept coming, anonymous, fat, no names, and their fridge went from empty to stocked. Riches hidden in plain sight started painting a new life, but she didn't dig deeper, just saw her unexpected billionaire blooming. Noah's quiet "it's for us" felt sweet, not strange. It's like finding cash in your couch, thrilling till you wonder where it's from. She didn't wonder, not yet. She'd frame each sale in her mind, gallery dreams, not a secret identity lurking. A love that defied fortune kept her grounded, blind to a marriage built on lies taking shape. He'd stash the cash, muttering about bigger canvases, and she'd nod, supports her gig. Ever backed a dream till it outgrew you? That's her, riding the high, missing the catch. One buyer called, gruff voice, no intro, asking for Noah by name, then hung up. The truth behind the canvas twitched, a secret worth millions brushing her fingertips, but she laughed it off, fans, right? Ava's "that's sketchy" got a shrug, love beyond status doesn't sweat details. It's funny, sometimes you're so close to the artist's double life, you miss the neon signs. He'd paint faster now, locked in, cash fueling bigger works, she saw passion, not a cover. From rags to riches felt earned, not handed, and she glowed at every sale. Noah's "we're moving up" landed soft, but his eyes darted, something unspoken. A tip: when the tide turns too quick, check the current. She didn't, too busy dreaming. By week's end, their table held bills, paid ones, and she marveled at the shift. An unexpected billionaire was rising, but she didn't see the shadow, just her Noah, making it. What happens next sneaks closer, strange calls start breaking the quiet. A love beyond status holds her tight, but cracks are forming, subtle and sharp. The phone rang late, sharp, jarring, and Noah snatched it, whispering quick before hanging up. Shock prickled her skin, she'd never seen him jump like that, and you won't believe how it stirred her gut. The artist's true face flickered, a secret identity teasing the edges, but she brushed it off. Stress, maybe? No one expected those calls to hint at a hidden fortune. What happens next? A love beyond status starts wobbling. She caught him pacing, phone in hand, muttering names she didn't know, cloak and dagger stuff. Passion, deception, and truth tangled in his, "It's nothing," but her radar pinged, "Something's off." Ava Kim's "He's acting weird" echoed from a lunch chat, and doubt crept in. A lesson here: when behavior shifts, don't ignore the vibe. Ever felt a hunch you couldn't shake? That's her, uneasy but quiet. He'd dodge her eyes now, taking calls outside. Once, she heard, "Keep it quiet," through the door. Riches hidden in plain sight weren't just paint sales anymore, a secret worth millions loomed, and she sensed it. Noah's "just business" landed thin. Business didn't whisper. It's like watching a friend turn stranger, you see it but don't want to believe it. She didn't, not fully. She'd ask, "Who was that?" Casual, light, but his shrugs got heavier, less convincing. A marriage built on lies? Nah, she thought, just quirks, but the truth behind the canvas twitched louder. Ava's "check his phone" tempted her, but she resisted. Trust, right? Ever held back from snooping 'cause you feared the find? That's her, teetering on faith and fear. One night, he left his jacket out, a number scribbled on a napkin fell free, no name. From rags to riches had a shadow now, an unexpected billionaire hiding in her husband. She tucked it away, heart thumping, love that defied fortune shouldn't feel this shaky. A tip: when secrets pile up, they spill, watch for the mess. She was starting to see it. He'd smile less, paint more, his "I've got this" sounding rehearsed. The artist's double life tickled her spine. Was she falling for an illusion she'd built? Noah's late night "don't worry" didn't soothe, worry was her new roommate. You've been there, sensing a storm but praying it's just wind. She prayed, but the calls kept coming. By morning, she'd catch him staring out the window, lost. Something big was brewing. A secret identity wasn't her guess yet, just a man stretched thin, she told herself. What happens next edges closer, whispers from outside start seeping in. A love beyond status fights to hold, but the ground's getting slippery, and she's slipping with it. It started at the market, a grizzled vendor leaned in, smirking, "Your man's got a past." Shock hit her like a slap, you won't believe how that line stuck, gnawing at her. Noah Green, her struggling artist, not who he claimed. No one expected a whisper to crack her world. What happens next? A hidden fortune's shadow grows, and she's caught in the draft. She brushed it off, small-town gossip, right? But the words clung like damp fog. Passion, deception, and truth swirled as she replayed his quirks, calls, cash, that far-off look. Ava Kim's "people talk" from a coffee run didn't help. Talk about what? A lesson sinks in, whispers don't lie as often as we hope. Ever had a rumor hit too close to home? That's her, rattled. The vendor wasn't alone, her barista later winked, heard he's more than an artist. Riches hidden in plain sight taunted her, was her unexpected billionaire already here? She laughed it off, but doubt dug deeper, a secret identity lurking in her Noah. It's like hearing your favorite song's a cover, you question the original. She questioned, quiet but hard. She'd watch him paint now, searching, the artist's true face or a mask. A love that defied fortune held her, but whispers of "big money" from a neighbor stung. Noah's "ignore" felt flimsy, why'd they know more than her? A tip: when the crowd murmurs, listen, they might see what you miss. She was starting to hear it. One night, a stranger stared too long at the bus stop, muttering, "Green's a name to know." A secret worth millions tickled her spine. Was she married to a mystery? She didn't ask him, not yet, just let it fester, a crack in there from rags to riches tale. Ever felt the air shift round someone you love? That's her, breathing unease. He'd hum, oblivious, while she stewed, love beyond status shouldn't feel this jagged. The truth behind the canvas loomed, was she falling for an illusion he'd spun? Ava's "ask him" nagged, but fear stalled her, what if it's true? You've been there, dreading a question 'cause the answer might break you. She dreaded, but curiosity won. By week's end, the whispers grew legs, someone slipped, he's no starving artist. A marriage built on lies trembled, she didn't want to believe it, but the dots lined up. Noah's brushstrokes felt heavier, hiding an artist's double life she couldn't unsee. What happens next? Steps closer, a clue's waiting to blow it wide open. She's braced, but not ready. She tidied his studio, brushes, paint tubes, chaos, when a letter slipped from a sketchbook. Shock froze her, it wasn't junk mail, but a scrawl signed, N. Gallagher, not Noah Green, and you won't believe the jolt it sent. A secret identity peeked out, bold as day, no one expected this in her artist's mess. What happens next? A hidden fortune's about to spill, and she's holding the lid. The paper shook in her hands, old, creased, addressed to a bank about assets. Passion, deception, and truth crashed as she read, her Noah, an unexpected billionaire. Ava Kim's "He's hiding something" rang loud now, no joke. A lesson hits, sometimes the truth behind the canvas hides in plain sight. Ever found a secret that flips your world? That's her, reeling. She sank to the floor, letter glowing in dim light, riches hidden in plain sight screamed from every line. Millions secure, it boasted, was she married to a mystery all along? Noah's, just doodling from last night felt hollow, this wasn't doodles, it was dynamite. It's like finding a treasure map in your junk drawer, you're rich, but stunned. She was both. Words blurred, trusts, properties, a life he'd buried, and her gut twisted. A love that defied fortune now teetered, was this an artist's double life or a cruel trick? She'd backed his dreams, blind to a secret worth millions under her nose. A tip, when you stumble on truth, don't blink, it won't wait. She didn't, eyes locked on the proof. He'd left it there, careless, a forgotten clue to the artist's true face she'd missed. From rags to riches wasn't their story, he'd started rich, played poor, why? Ava's, check his stuff echoed, smug now, she should have listened. Ever felt dumb for not seeing the obvious? That's her, piecing a marriage built on lies from scraps. She traced the signature, N. Gallagher, alien but his handwriting, no doubt. A love beyond status cracked, had she fallen for an illusion he'd painted? Noah's laugh from the kitchen felt miles away, was he still hers? You've been there, holding a bombshell, wondering who you really know. She held it, heart racing. The letter stayed clutched as dusk fell, a secret identity no whisper anymore. What happens next looms big, she can't unsee this, can't unfeel the sting. The truth behind the canvas isn't just art, it's him, and it's breaking her wide open. A confrontation's brewing, and she's not sure she's ready for his answer. She stared at N. Gallagher, till her eyes burned, a name that changes everything, and shock didn't even cover it. Noah Green wasn't Noah Green, you won't believe how that landed, heavy as a brick. Her artist's true face wasn't just talent, it was a secret identity, bold and buried. No one expected her husband to be two men at once. What happens next? A hidden fortune's got a face now, and it's his. N. Gallagher, Googled to millions, old articles, a tycoon gone quiet, and her knees buckled. Passion, deception, and truth spun wild, he wasn't her struggling dreamer, but an unexpected billionaire playing pretend. Ava Kim's "He's off" from weeks back mocked her now, off, yeah, by a fortune. A lesson stings, love beyond status can blind you till it bites. Ever learned someone's not who you swore they were? That's her, floored. She dug deeper, photos, a mansion, a life he'd ditched, and it wasn't a glitch. Riches hidden in plain sight weren't dreams, they were his past, her present, and she'd missed it. Noah's "I'm just me" rang hollow, a marriage built on lies took root in that name. It's like waking up in a stranger's bed, you're there, but lost. She was lost, big time. The letter mocked her, Gallagher, not Green, proof her from rags to riches tale was a sham. A secret worth millions sat in her lap, and she'd cheered his struggle like a fool. Ava's ask him burned, should've, could've, didn't. A tip: when the mask slips, face it, truth doesn't hide twice. She faced it, trembling but locked in. He walked in, paint smeared, and she held it up. Who's this? Voice steady, heart not. The artist's double life stared back in his wide eyes, caught, no dodge left. A love that defied fortune twisted. Was she falling for an illusion he'd crafted? You felt that drop, when trust teeters and you're left hanging. She hung there, waiting. He froze, then slumped, and Gallagher wasn't a typo, it was him, and she saw it clear. The truth behind the canvas wasn't brushes, it was a billionaire's runaway act she'd married. Noah, or whoever, mumbled, "I can explain," but the air thickened. Ever watch someone you love turn stranger in a blink? That's her, staring him down. By night, the name echoed, Gallagher, Gallagher, a secret identity rewriting their story. What happens next cracks wide, she's got questions, and he's got answers she might not want. A love beyond status hangs by a thread, and she's not sure which man she's losing. The studio's quiet, but the storm's just starting. She slammed the letter down, "Why'd you lie?" And shock lit his face like a flare. You won't believe how fast it escalated, Noah, or N. Gallagher, stammered, caught in his artist's double life. No one expected her to corner him this hard, this quick. What happens next? A hidden fortune spills out, and she's drowning in the why. A secret identity's one thing, pretending pours another. He sank to the couch. I didn't want that life, but her head spun, passion, deception, and truth colliding. Why fake it, struggle, paint-stained hands, when riches hidden in plain sight were his? Ava Kim's "he's hiding" screamed true now, she'd married a mystery. A lesson cuts deep, love beyond status sounds noble, till it's a lie. Ever asked a question you wished you hadn't? That's her, fuming. I loved you, not money, he said, but it stung. Had she fallen for an illusion? The truth behind the canvas wasn't art, it was him, an unexpected billionaire dodging his own shadow. She'd cheered his dreams, not knowing they were playtime. It's like finding out your marathon buddies already got a medal. Betrayal bites. She felt it, sharp. He talked fast, hated wealth, hated pressure, but she snapped, "You let me scrape by." A secret worth millions sat comfy while she worked doubles. Why? Noah's "I wanted real" crumbled. A marriage built on lies doesn't feel real when you're the dupe. A tip: when someone hides, ask what they're running from. She asked, loud and raw. She paced, replaying it, burnt toast, late rent, all a game to him. From rags to riches was her pride, his charade, and the gap gutted her. Ava's "he's too good" nagged, too good at acting, maybe. Ever trusted till the rug's yanked? That's her, staring at a love that defied fortune, wondering if it defied her too. He reached for her, "It's still us," but confusion choked her. Us who? The artist's true face wasn't poor Noah, it was Gallagher, and she didn't know him. A secret identity flipped their vows. Was she just his escape hatch? You've been blindsided, when the story shifts, and you're the last to know. She was, and it burned. By dawn, he sat silent, her glaring, "Why play poor when you're loaded?" A love beyond status teetered, real or rigged, she couldn't tell. What happens next looms heavy. He's got a past to spill, and she's braced for more twists. The truth behind the canvas is peeling, and she's not sure she likes the picture. He cracked, voice low, "I ran from a cage," and shock softened her glare, just a bit. Noah, or N. Gallagher, spilled it, a hidden fortune he'd ditched, a secret identity born from dread. You won't believe the weight he'd carried. No one expected this artist's double life to hurt him too. What happens next? The truth behind the canvas gets raw, and she's listening. Money owned me, he said, family, expectations, a life scripted in gold. Passion, deception, and truth bled out, he'd faked poor to breathe, to paint free. Ava Kim's "he's running" clicked, he'd bolted from riches hidden in plain sight. A lesson lands, sometimes from rags to riches runs backward. Ever fled something that looked perfect? That's him, unraveling. He talked of suits, boardrooms, a name, Gallagher, that choked him till he broke. An unexpected billionaire turned ghost, he'd met her pure, no mask, at least, he thought so. She sat, stiff, love beyond status felt real, but was it? It's like learning your quiet pal's a rock star, wild, but wounding. She listened, torn. My dad's empire ate me, he said, died young, left him millions he didn't want. A secret worth millions he'd buried, married to a mystery wasn't his plan, just his shield. Noah's "I needed you" hit soft, was she his lifeline or his lie? A tip, when someone runs, see what's chasing, might explain the mess. She saw it, slow. He'd burned his past, fake name, fake struggle, to dodge a legacy he loathed. The artist's true face wasn't greed, it was fear, and she'd been his haven. Ava's "he's deep" rang true, deep in a marriage built on lies he hadn't meant to build. Ever hid till you hurt someone? That's him, pleading through the cracks. She stared, paint-smeared hands, tired eyes, seeing the man who'd fled, not fought. A love that defied fortune twisted, he'd run to her, but ran her ragged too. The truth behind the canvas wasn't just cash, it was a soul dodging chains. You felt that, wanting real so bad you fake it. She felt it collide. By dusk, he stopped, spent, his past a ghost between them, heavy but bare. Riches hidden in plain sight weren't the prize, he was, or tried to be. What happens next teeters, a test of love and trust looms, and she's got to weigh it all. A secret identity's out, but the heart's still a riddle. She sat across from him, silent, his confession hung, and shock still buzzed her veins. Was their marriage real, or a house of cards? You won't believe how that question stung. Noah Green, or Gallagher, watched her, eyes begging, an artist's double life laid bare. No one expected love beyond status to face this fork. What happens next? A hidden fortune tests the vows, and she's the judge. She replayed it, soup nights, paint messes, real, right? But passion, deception, and truth muddied it. Had she fallen for an illusion, or him? Ava Kim's "Love's Blind" hit hard, blind to a secret identity, maybe too blind. A lesson cuts, trusts a thread, pull it, and it unravels fast. Ever doubted the ground you stand on? That's her, shaky. He swore, it's us, always was, but riches hidden in plain sight screamed louder, why hide that? A marriage built on lies loomed, was she his muse or his mask? She'd cheered an unexpected billionaire, not knowing he'd already cashed in. It's like loving a shadow, warm, till you see through it. She saw, and it ached. She asked, did you laugh at me struggling? Raw, no filter, and he flinched, never. The truth behind the canvas teetered, love that defied fortune or a secret worth millions he'd gambled. Noah's "You're my truth" landed soft, but soft didn't fix this. A tip, when trust cracks, dig for intent, it's the glue. She dug, unsure. Memories clashed, his grin, her faith, against a past he'd buried deep. From rags to riches was their song, but he'd sung it off-key, was it still theirs? Ava's "Talk it out" nagged, she had, but answers spun her more. Ever loved till you questioned why? That's her, testing a bond she'd sworn was steel. He reached, hesitant, I built this with you, but built on what? The artist's true face stared back, scarred, scared, hers, and she wavered. A secret identity didn't erase the laughs, but it shadowed them. You've been there, weighing heart against hurt, hoping they balance. She hoped, clutching doubt. By night, the air thickened, trust teetered, love trembled, and she hadn't answered. A love beyond status faced its mirror, was it real or rigged? What happens next looms large, the world's about to crash in, and she's gotta pick a side. Noah waited, and she wrestled, lost in the maybe. Morning broke, and headlines screamed, "N. Gallagher, alive." Shock ripping through her quiet. The world caught up, you won't believe how fast his secret identity blazed public. Noah's artist's double life hit papers, TVs, everywhere. No one expected this twist from her painter. What happens next? A hidden fortune's out, and she's in the storm's eye. Reporters swarmed their block, yelling, "Gallagher." Her Noah, now a billionaire icon. Passion, deception, and truth splashed across screens. He'd run, but the truth behind the canvas ran faster. Ava Kim texted, "Told you he's big, smug, but spot on." A lesson lands, secrets don't stay secret when the world's watching. Ever had your life go viral? That's her, blindsided. He faced cameras, voice steady, "I'm him, but I'm me," and she watched, numb. Riches hidden in plain sight glittered, mansion pics, old wealth, her unexpected billionaire bear. A marriage built on lies hit the spotlight. Was she the wife or the prop? It's like your diaries read aloud, raw, exposed. She felt every word. Crowds gawked, how'd he fake it? And she winced, their humble start now a headline. A secret worth millions wasn't hers alone anymore, the world claimed it, loud and greedy. Noah's "I Wanted Peace" aired live, but peace was gone. A tip, when the mask falls, brace, it's a free-for-all. She braced, head spinning. She hid inside, blinds shut, love beyond status drowned in flashbulbs and chatter. From rags to riches flipped, he'd been rich, she'd been the rag, or so they spun it. Ava's "You okay?" buzzed her phone, she wasn't, not yet. You felt that, when your story's not yours anymore. She felt stolen, small. He came in, pale, didn't want this, but the artist's true face was global now. A love that defied fortune faced the mob, was it still theirs to hold? Galleries called, fans cheered, her Noah, their Gallagher. Ever lose someone to a crowd? That's her, watching him slip. By dusk, the noise roared, his past, her present, a grand reveal neither planned. A secret identity wasn't whispers anymore, it was a siren, and she couldn't mute it. What happens next teeters, a betrayal or a blessing waits, and she's gotta face it. The world knows, but she's still guessing. She sat, staring at him, cameras gone, just them, and shock still hummed in her chest. A betrayal or a blessing? You won't believe how that choice loomed, no one expected her to pick through this mess. Noah's secret identity sat bare, was it a knife or a gift? What happens next? A hidden fortune's hers to judge, and she's torn. He begged, "I lied to save us," but her heart ached, save or sink. Passion, deception, and truth wrestled, had she fallen for an illusion or a man? Ava Kim's "He's still him" texted soft, but was he? A lesson bites, forgiveness isn't free, it's a climb. Ever faced a hurt you could pardon? That's her, scaling doubt. She traced their past, laughs, fights, paint, real, right, against riches hidden in plain sight. A marriage built on lies stung, but his "I needed you" tugged, blessing, maybe? Noah's eyes pleaded, her unexpected billionaire, raw and flawed. It's like finding a crack in your favorite mug, toss it or keep sipping. She wavered. "I didn't want you to love this," he said, waving at wealth, and she half believed him. The truth behind the canvas wasn't just cash, it was a love that defied fortune, twisted but there. Ava's "Give him a shot" nagged, shots take trust, and hers was bruised. A tip, weigh the intent, sometimes it's gold under the grime. She weighed, slow. She pictured leaving, clean break, no Gallagher glare, but his hand on hers stopped her. From rags to riches flipped, a secret worth millions could have crushed or crowned them. Was she the fool or the heart? You've been there, deciding if love's worth the scars. She was, teetering on maybe. He whispered, "You're my real," and the artist's double life felt less double, more desperate. A love beyond status trembled, betrayal cut, but blessing shimmered. Could she grab it? Noah waited, quiet, her call now. Ever patched a tear 'cause the fit's still right? That's her, stitching through the pain. By night, she hadn't spoken, forgive or flee, the scales tipped both ways. A secret identity broke them open, was it a curse or a chance? What happens next hangs close, they've got truths to face, together or not. The air's thick, and she's breathing it in, one shaky gulp at a time. They sat, coffee cold, diving into it, his wealth, their life, and shock still lingered. Facing the truth together wasn't easy, you won't believe how raw it got. Noah laid out bank statements, old photos. No one expected this artist's double life to hit so hard. What happens next? A hidden fortune's theirs to tame, and she's in deep. He showed her, millions, properties, a past he'd fled, and she gasped, "This is us now." Passion, deception, and truth meshed, he'd hid, but now he shared, and she leaned in. Ava Kim's "team up" texted true, team meant trust, rebuilt slow. A lesson glows, love beyond status bends, doesn't break, if you work it. Ever rebuilt on rubble? That's them, trying. Lawyers called, taxes, claims, chaos, and she scribbled notes, head spinning. Riches hidden in plain sight weren't dreamy, they were messy, and she hated mess. Noah's "we'll figure it" felt shaky but real, an unexpected billionaire leaning on her. It's like fixing a flood with a bucket, daunting, but you start. They started, side by side. She asked, "Why keep me out?" And he winced, "Didn't want to lose you." A marriage built on lies shifted, truth behind the canvas was theirs to paint now, together. Ava's "he needs you" stuck, needed her grit, her glue. A tip, when the mask's off, build, don't bolt. She built, brick by shaky brick. They toured a mansion, his old one, dusty, huge, and she laughed, "Our shack's cozier." A secret worth millions loomed, could they fit in it, or shrink it to them? Noah's grin flickered, her unexpected billionaire, nervous but here. You felt that, making big feel small, 'cause it's yours. They felt it, awkward but close. Reporters faded, but choices didn't, keep it, give it, live it, and she sighed. From rags to riches flipped, a love that defied fortune faced cash head-on, no dodge. He squeezed her hand, "Your call too," and she nodded, in it now. Ever stared down a giant with someone? That's them, eyes wide open. By dusk, they planned, sell some, stay humble, stay them, and tension eased a hair. A secret identity wasn't the end, it was a start, bumpy but shared. What happens next teeters, a decision's coming, and it's theirs to own. The artist's true face shines, and she's painting with him. They stood in the kitchen, papers strewn, keep the wealth or ditch it, and shock hung thick. Can love survive secrets? You won't believe how that weighed, no one expected this crossroads for her artist's double life. Noah watched her, quiet, an unexpected billionaire waiting on her word. What happens next? A hidden fortune's fates in her hands, and she's wrestling. She pictured cash, freedom, ease, then him, paint smeared, real when it was just them. Passion, deception, and truth battled, could a love beyond status hold through this? Ava Kim's "choose you" texted soft, her, them, not the millions. A lesson cuts, love's the root, money's just branches. Ever picked heart overhaul? That's her, torn. He said, "I'll follow you," and she blinked, follow her through riches hidden in plain sight. A secret worth millions dangled, keep it, and they're new, lose it, and they're old them. Noah's "we're enough" landed, was a marriage built on lies still theirs? It's like choosing a road, both shine, both scare. She paced, unsure. She waited, mansion or shack, spotlight or shadow, and her gut churned. The truth behind the canvas wasn't paint, it was him, her, and what they'd built. "Ava's, you've got this," buzzed, she did, "but which this?" A tip: when secrets spill, pick what lasts, stuff fades, souls don't. She picked, slow. They'd faced it, reporters, wealth, his past, and still stood, bruised but here. From rags to riches flipped, a love that defied fortune could bend, not break, right? Noah's hand brushed hers, together. And she nodded, half sure. "You've been there, deciding till it's yours, win or lose." She decided, heart thumping. She saw their old life, simple, tight, then this, big, loud, and she sighed. A secret identity cracked them open. Could they glue it with love, not gold? He waited, her unexpected billionaire, raw and ready. "Ever bet on us overall?" That's her, leaning in, hoping it sticks. By night, they chose, keep some, shed most, and the air shifted, lighter but loaded. A decision defined them: love beyond status or bust, secrets be damned. What happens next unfolds slow, they're stepping into it, hand in hand. The artist's true face glows, and she's betting on it. Dawn broke, and they sat, coffee warm, a choice made, and shock faded to peace. A love stronger than lies held, you won't believe how they pulled it off. Noah grinned, her unexpected billionaire back to brushes, no mask. No one expected this artist's double life to end soft. What happens next? A hidden fortune's tamed, and they're free. They sold the mansion, kept enough, ditched the glare, and she laughed, back to us. Passion, deception, and truth settled, riches hidden in plain sight didn't own them now. Ava Kim's "you're nuts" texted fond, they were, and it worked. A lesson shines, love beyond status wins when you strip the fluff. Ever shed weight to fly? That's them, soaring. He painted again, not for buyers, but for him, and she framed it, proud. The truth behind the canvas glowed, a secret worth millions traded for mornings like this. Noah's "you're my muse" landed true, no marriage built on lies here, just rebuilt. It's like fixing a boat mid-storm, you sail better after. They sailed, steady. They walked the city, hand in hand, same streets, new eyes, and folks stared less. From rags to riches flipped back, a love that defied fortune didn't need flash, just them. Ava's "you're glowing" stuck, they were, scars and all. A tip: when lies fade, keep what's real, it's enough. They kept it, tight. He teased, no more secrets. And she smirked, better not, trust rebuilt, brick by brick. A secret identity dissolved, her Noah, her Gallagher, just hers now. They'd faced the world, one quiet. You felt that, when the noise dies, and it's just you two. That's them, breathing easy. She hung a sketch, their old place, cramped, theirs, and smiled at the memory. A love beyond status didn't bend, it grew, roots deep, lies composted. Noah's arm looped hers, forward. And she nodded, sure this time. Ever turned a mess into a win? That's them, stronger for it. By dusk, they cooked, simple, messy, perfect, and the world felt small again. A secret worth millions shrank, a love stronger than lies lit their way, wealth or not. What happens next is theirs, new days, new strokes, no shadows left. The artist's true face shines, and she's right there with him. And that's the tale, from a starving artist's muse to a billionaire's wife, she rode a roller coaster of lies and love, landing stronger than ever. What blew your mind most, Noah's double life, the studio bombshell, or their quiet comeback? Hit that like button if you're still reeling, and drop a comment. Did you see that twist coming, or did it sneak up on you? Share your favorite moment, and follow the channel for more wild rides like this. You won't want to miss what's next.